All right, so recording has begun, so you can go ahead with the class, Moses. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. So yeah, welcome to this class, and we've been having great moments together. And today, like Mr. Shidrak said earlier, that we'll be going into practical aspects of. Actually, we've been doing practical actually. They will be dealing with a data set today, trying to understand it. Everything's going to start from we importing the necessary libraries, and from that we import our data set, and after that we try to understand. Even before working on it, we need to study and understand what we are working on. That will help us to know what we are actually doing on it. Then basically today we'll be doing kind of data cleaning and pre-processing, getting our data ready for different charts, or let me just put it this way, for visualization. So we want to make it ready, get it ready. So today is just for cleaning, put our data in the good shape before we start, jumping or doing anything like plotting different charts. So, and like I've said, the data set have been sent to the group, I think few minutes ago. By now, you must have downloaded it on your system, and I think some were asking questions about how to upload file into Google Colab, and they've been answered. So by now, though I've actually uploaded my own, like to my Google Colab, but if you haven't done that, let me just give you a little guide, kind of reminder, because it has been taught over and over and over again. And we even have a recorded video sent to the group even before the class that you can go over it, so that we'll not be having back and forth in the class. If you haven't you know uploaded your data set that was sent to the WhatsApp group, to the group, to Google Colab, you can just come to here where we have files. You click on it, and you come here where we have upload. This is where you can upload your data set to Google Colab. And when you click on this, it's going to direct you to your folders that you have in your computer. And from here, you will look for the data, click on the data, then click on open. But because I've uploaded my own, I will not be doing that again. And today's class is very important. All classes are important, but the reason why I'm saying it's very important is that you need to, doing it along with me, so that if you have problem or challenges along the way, you'll be able to throw the questions to everyone, and justice will be done to any question or any challenge you are having. So I'm going to cancel this because I have my data set uploaded already. But if you haven't uploaded your own, I just gave you a very simple step in downloading it. Sorry, in uploading it. This is very simple in uploading it. If you have done that, this is my data here. Sales data, so you have my data here. When you import your own, you have something like this. So let me cancel this so that I can have a bigger, and let me increase this so that you can view it very well. So the first thing you are going to do when you want to work with a data set, after you must have gotten it, you have extracted it, and you have uploaded it here into your Google Colab, is to import libraries that you'll be working with. And all these libraries have been explained to us. Pandas, NumPy. I think it's only these two that can be a bit new to us. And what they are used for are mainly to plot charts for visualization. They are mainly meant to visualize. So this will help us in working. Pandas and NumPy will help us in working with our data to clean and to do some other, standardizing our data, making them fit for whatever we want to get or derived from them. So after importing these libraries, you can type your own and import it now. Import pandas as PD, import NumPy as NP, import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT, import Seaborn as SNS. And mind you, whenever we need these libraries, we will not be typing pandas again. We will not be typing NumPy again. In as much we've kind of encoded them into, or assign them rather, replace them with PD, NP, PLT, CNS. Whenever we need them to make use of them, these are um, the text we'll be calling on to work for us. So now the second step, or the second thing we need to do now, is reading our file. And the file we were given, if you check it, is actually CSV file. If it's Excel file, there's a way to import it. There's a way to read it. If it's CSV file, there's a way to read it. Just minor difference in between. Just minor, a very small difference. So let's try to read our data set now. So we start by using the word. Okay, now you've been taught about variables. So I would like to use, let me just make use of, should we use df, or okay, let's use df. Very common now, will not stress us. So df, okay, like that Colab will always suggest to you. We have things suggested already for us. And just click on tab. That is df equals to PD. These are pandas that we've imported. Dot read. That is, we want to read it. Oh, sorry. And the file we want to read is CSV file. If it's Excel file, here that we have CSV, all you need to do is to just change it. This CSV, all you need to do is to change it to Excel. Do you get? Then we are good to go. But now we are working with CSV, so we don't need to change anything again. We just continue with our work. So you come here where you have your file loaded. Hope I'm not too fast today. I will try to be as calm as I can so that we have better understanding of everything. So you come here, these are our uploaded file data sets. You click on this, there will be a drop down for you. When you look at the drop down, you have where we have copy parts. You click on the copy part. So you click on the copy part. Here that we have data.csv. You are going to change it to the part you've copied from your file. So let's do that now. Control V. We've changed it. So you can now put this in. So the next thing we need to do now is to run this. And after running this, that means we are trying to read our data set, and then after that we cannot call it to display it for us. So I want to believe we are together. And what I'm doing here, you are doing it along with me. What I'm doing here, you are doing it along with me. If you are with me, let me have a thumb up. A thumb up. Yes, thank you. Okay, all right, thank you, thank you. So that I want us to go along together so that we have problems, be able to address this together because I'm as new as you are to this data set. I'm as new as you are. So we are doing it together tonight. So I got it when you two got it. So, but don't be scared. So we will settle any problem or challenge we have on our way. Just be rest assured. So let's run it. And before that, you have to run the libraries you've imported. Make sure you run it. So let me run my own. Yes, I've done that. So then let's run this now. All right, I'm having error. Am I the only one having error, or we all are having the same error? Are we having the same error? Let's look at the error. It's talking about Unicode, the code error. UTF-8 code can't decode code bytes. All right, invalid start byte. Invalid start byte. So are we having the same error, or your own error is different from my own? If you're having the same error,
We are having the same error, sir.
okay, all right, thank you.
The same error.
All right, thank you. Do we have anyone having a different error that is not the same thing I'm having? Okay, nobody. Let me take that as nobody. All right, let's go back to my chat, to my Google Colab. So now, what is error? You can see that like I've told you, I'm new to this data set the same way you are new to it. So but we look forward whatever the problem is, then we iron it out. So let's look at what the kind of problem you're having. Code can't decode byte. Okay, it's telling us that the kind of like the way the code we are using to read this is not going to work out. All right, let's you have something like explain error here. If you have it, everyone will have that explain error. So let's click on explain error. Let's click on explain error. Very sure it will load. Okay, it's loading. So it will explain error to us and give us a kind of way out. So it's still thinking of way out for us. So that is why we have Google Colab is Python is very simple to understand. Same with Google Colab, because when you have challenge, you can quickly run to AI for better solution. So my own is still loading, maybe network. You can just give me a minute to wait for me. I know why it's taking time. Sorry, just let's allow it to load. My own is loading here. I think I'm having minor network. Let me close and reload it again. Explain error. All right, my own is loading. By the time it's load, we find solution to this. We find a solution to this. Oh, I don't know what is doing my network. Let me refresh this. Okay, all right. In as much as loading, not to disturb others. If your own have actually loaded, just go to the, okay, you've seen the error code before. All right, yes. If you just go to the, like the last part of it, it will suggest a code for you to settle this. So just copy the code, it will work out. If you have been able to do it, let us know. Yes, just a Latin problem code. I don't know why my own is not showing here. I think I'm having network problem. That's why my own is not showing. Okay, someone said he has done it. He has done it. I want to believe you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? If you can
Yes, I
hear
can
me,
hear you. I've
all right.
I've done it.
Okay,
I've done
okay.
it.
All right. I don't know what's wrong with my own my own code. It's just loading, trying to load. All right, don't worry, don't worry. I will fix it now. I'll just a minute, just a minute, just a minute. I will look for a way out to it. I don't know if it's my network or whatever. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Sorry for that. Sorry. Let me just open a new notebook to make it faster. I don't know what's wrong with my. I just did kind of copy and paste of my libraries. In a minute, I'll be through. Just give me a minute. Like I've said, as you are new to the data set, I'm new to it too. All right, so let me just, okay, it's connecting. I think my net, oh, this network is just kind of doing, just a minute. All right, so let me quickly upload my data. Just a minute. Okay, I'm coming. I'm still with you. Just 1 minute. Let me just rectify this. DF. All right. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. Yeah, we are together back now. So the next thing we are trying to do is to now retrieve our data set. So we try to retrieve it. Let me just like comment here so that we know what we are doing. Retrieving. I will be fast with my typing. I may be making some mistake. Retrieving our data set. So I'm to just type df. And we were taught the other time whereby we can use df.eld. So maybe you want 2, you want 3, you want 5, the number of rows you want the dataset to bring for you. But another thing is, if you just type only df, it's going to give you a result. Let's look at that. All right. Let me make this thing smaller. All right. If you type only df, you'll be having the first 5 rows and the last 5 rows. The first 5 rows, no, can't start from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the last 5 rows. These are the last 5 rows that we have in this data set. So which means we have 2,823 rows and we have 25 columns. Now, when you are given a data set, it is very important. It is very, very important that you understand the data set you are working on. So let's go back to the top and try to familiarize with the column headers. So we have order number, we have order quantity ordered, we have price each, order line number, we have sales, order date, status, quantity ID, month ID, sorry, quarter ID, month ID, year ID, address line 1, address line 2, city, state, postal code, country, territory, contact last name, contact first name, and deal size. Like we've been told, this data set is about sales of items, like kind of a superstore selling things to people, and it's about how they are making sales, and these are the order number. As people are making orders, making orders for products, they have their order numbers there, and the quantity that those people ordered for: 30, 34, 41, 45, and the price per each, like each item, price per price per an item is what? 95 for this one, the second one for 81. So, and the other line number, the sales. To calculate the sales now, what they must have done is multiplying the quantity ordered by the price per each item, and this gave us this column sales that we have here. And we have the other dates, that is the day they actually make those orders. So we have the other dates here. So we have status of the ordered. Maybe it's still on hold, is resolved. Maybe they actually shipped those ordered to the customers that ordered for it. And we have another thing we have here, we have quarter. When we are talking about quarter, we have quarter means 1/4. So which means you divided the year into 4. Maybe the first quarter of the year, the first 3 months, second quarter of the year, the the uh, the second 3 after the first 3 months, the next one, then we have the third quarter, then we have the fourth quarter. So the month ID, this month ID stands for, like, January is first, or February second, March third. So we have 2, 5, 7, 8, 10 here, representing different months that we have. We have year ID. This one is talking about the year they actually make those orders. You have 2003, you have 2004, 2005. So different years that we have here. So we have address line 1, address line 2, city, state, postal code, country, territory. These are the many other things. And if you check, we have, okay, let's just continue. We still talk about it by the time we start cleaning our data. So the next thing we are going to do is to know the number of columns and the number of rows that we have in our data sets. Understand the number of columns and the number of rows that we have in our data set. How do we do that? df dot shape can see that Google Labs are already suggesting it for us. So then we run it. So we're having 2,823 rows in this data set, and we're having 25 columns. Let me make it bigger. Make it bigger. So let's continue. Now let's go to the next thing. The next thing is for us to check if there is duplicates. If there is duplicate, checking for duplicates. Let's try to check for duplicate. Checking for duplicate. Checking for duplicates. Right? So df, we have it suggested already. Df dot duplicated dot sum. Just click on your tab. Then let's run it. So we have, if we have it, it's going to give us the numbers of duplicated rows that we have. We have any duplicate, let's check. Okay, there's no duplicate. It's just 0. Just 0. Let's assume we haven't duplicate. What we need to do is to remove it. And how do we remove duplicate? df dot drop underscore. Okay, we have it already suggested to us, underscore duplicate. That will help us in removing our duplicate. But since we don't have it, so we have nothing to do with it. We have nothing to do with it. So let's go to the next one. We are still trying to understand our our data sets. Know if there's duplicate, if there's non-value, anything we need to change just to make it fit before we start our exploratory data analysis. So the next thing we can check for here is to check if there's any blank or any non-value there. So let's try to check for that. Let's try to check for that. Checking for non-value. All right, how do we do that? Let's check first if there's any non-value. Before we even run this, let's check this first. df, though we were taught in the last class, df is na dot values dot any. That is there any non-value in our data set? And this is going to give us true or false, yes or no. By the time we run it, let's check what we have. True. That is, there is non-value in our data sets. So now let's check the number of non-values that we have. That's the next thing we are going to check for. So let's open this. So I'm very sure I'm not too fast, right? I'm very sure I'm not too fast. All right, thank you, Evans. So thank you. Yeah. So I want to confirm that so that I will not be just rushing and you're not catching up with me. So let's check the numbers. Now what we just did here is to confirm if we even have non-value at all. And now that we've confirmed that, now let's check the number of it that we have. Now we can just df. Okay, you can use is NA or is none. It's going to give you the same thing. So, but I think we were taught is none in class, if I can remember. Well, any of the two is going to work. Let's try this. Let's try this. Okay, so let's check. Okay, you can let me start from the beginning. Ordered number is having 0 non-value. Quantity ordered is having 0. Price which is having 0. Order line number is having 0. Sales is having 0. Order date is having 0. Status is having 0. Quarter ID, month ID, year ID, they having 0. Product line 0. MSRP 0. Product code 0. Customer name 0. Phone 0. Address line 10. Address line 2 is having 2,521 non-value, having NaN blank. City is having 0. State is having 1,486 blanks, non-value. Now, postal code is having 76. Country is having 0. Territory is having 1,074. Others, contact last name and first name, dates are having 0. Now, the next thing is, how are we going to, treat this non these blanks, this non-value? How are we going to fill them up? All right. So let's open another coming. Okay, another code. Another code now. Now, what we want to do here is just filling our please, I got disconnected. Can you see my screen back now? Just send reaction to me.
Yes, I will
Okay,
consider so.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So filling, let me connect this back. Filling our non-values. All right, so let's continue. To do that, GF, all right, is suggesting for us if you are filling it with zeros. All right, let's run this. Let's run this. But what if we are filling it with just empty? Like we just want it to be empty. Is that possible? Because let's look at it. Territory. Let's look at where we have those blanks, those empties. Let's look at let's like I've said, we are doing this together. So I'm getting the data set for the first time. So it's collaborative work. Collaborative work. I want us to study where we are address line. One thing is we don't really need address line and data set. Address line 2. State. We need the state. Possibly we need the state. Yes. Territory. We can need a territory. Okay. So we shouldn't fill it with 0 because 0 is a number. And if we should check state, if we should check, I want to check state. So we have text there. Putting 0 there will be giving us kind of problems when we start working. So it is better. I think it will be ideal if you can put blank. Things will be ideal to put blank. Let me try this blank if it's going to work out. Just normal space, empty space. Let's try this. Let's try this. Okay. Then let me call my DF and check the result it's giving us. DF. Let me run DF and let's check the results we're having. Wait. Okay, address line. So you're having it empty. So this place you're having it empty. So I think it's better this way than putting values, putting a value like 0. So by the time we start working on it, 0 is a number, so integer. So now working with where we have strings, so there will be problem with it. So it's actually good we just put empty. All right. So I want to be sure you guys are doing it along with me. So you can just react so that we know that we are flowing together. We are flowing together. Yes, Adebayo, thank you. Okay, so sir, any problem? Comment your challenge to the to the um to the message box. Evans, comment your challenge. You can have people to help you out, even if I'm not attending to it, and I can even attend to it. Comment your challenge, your problem. Anyone can be of help. All right, so let's move forward. Let's continue. Let's continue. All right. So now that we've done that, we've been able to treat or undo duplicates, able to undo non-values. Now the next thing we are going to look at is let's drop some columns that are not important or that we don't we will not need in our work. Order number, we might need it. Quantity ordered, we need it. Price each is very important. Order line number, we're going to need that. Okay, coming. Let me leave that for now. We need sales, order date, we need it. Status, we are going to need it. Quarter ID, we need it. Month ID, we need it. Year ID. Okay, let me do it this way. Better way. Let me give better way to have all our columns once and for all here. The better way to have our columns once is you just have df dot columns. df dot columns. Let's run it. df dot columns. It will give us the list of all our columns, and from there you can start, picking the ones that we need and the ones we think we don't even need. All these things we are making use of, you've been taught in pandas and numpy. You've been taught, so you can see the importance of knowing the rudiments of what we are doing. By the time you start working on real data sets, you will not have problem because we are still going to pick those things and make use of them. So these are all the columns that we have. So I want us to drop some columns that we don't need, so that we don't just have. It is part of data cleaning. It's part of data cleaning. It's part of it. So like this kind of address line too, we will not need it. Like phone number, we will not need it. There are many things we will not need that we just need to just clean some away, even if not all. Let's just drop some. At least that will help us in understanding how to drop unimportant columns at the same time. So how do we do that? We start by df. Remember, df is our variable. Our data set, we have it assigned to df. So we start by df. Okay, let me comment first. Let's comment so that by the time we go back to the work, you know what we've actually worked on. So what can I call this? Dropping unimportant column. Dropping. Yes, can give any other name. I think it's better, but that's what is coming to my head now. Dropping unimportant. columns. Yeah. So how do we do that? df equal to df dot drop. Okay, we even have it already suggested for us. You have suggested already the ones that we think we don't, but I think we have some that we need there already. We need customer name, postal code, states, we need states. Let me remove state from it. We need states. We need states. Postal code, address line, include phone, first name, last name, customer name. We don't need it. So, and this axis equals to 1. Mr. Shedrack explained to us in the last class that it means we are removing columns. We are removing columns. If it's 0, it means we are removing rows. So now let's run this. Let's run this. Fine. Now let's try to check. Let's now run this df columns again. Let's run it again. You will get to know that we will not have all the column headers here again. Let's run this one again. Yeah, it has been reduced. Address line 2 is not there again. Postal code is not there again. Phone is not there again. Many things is not there again. Sorry, just 1 minute. Wait, just have light. Let me just plug my system. It's already even just 10%. Thank God. I'm very sorry, just a minute. All right, yes, we are back, so we can continue now. So contact first name is not there again. Contact last name is not there again. Customer name is not there again. So we've tried to, like, we've dropped columns that are not important in what we are trying to work on. This is still part of data cleaning and processing. Let's continue. Let's check for any other thing we can do. Okay, let's check. We've not checked the info of our data, so let's check data info where we can understand where we will understand the data types of our columns and get different details, informations about the data set. So how do we do that? df dot info open and close parentheses. Now let's run it. Yeah, so we have this now, that we're having 2,823 rows. So, and the columns, 19 columns. Before we're having, like, is it not 20 something columns? Let me just quickly check. You're having 25 columns. Oh, NEPA. We're having 25 columns before, but now it has been reduced to 15 columns. No, sorry, let me confirm. It has been reduced to 19 columns. Now, order dates, order number is integer. Quantity ordered, integer, that's good. Price each, float, because we're having decimals there. So float, order line number, integer, sales float, order dates, object, status, object, quarter, integer, month, integer, year, integer, product line, object, MSRP, integer, product code, object, address line, object, city object, state object, country object, territory, deed size object. But I'm seeing something we need to deal with here. Like we need to change some. I think I've seen one. Possibly you've seen more than one. That we need to change the data type for us to have good result with it. Just study this place that I'm studying now. Study it along with me. Study it along with me. If you have seen what I'm seeing, then you can just comment. You can comment. If you've seen what I'm seeing, you can just comment it. If you've seen what I'm seeing, you can just comment it. Like we are having other number is not it's normal to be integer. Where I'm looking at this other dates. Other dates. Is it good to be? Should it be object or date? Sorry. Oh yes, or date. The what do you call it? Data type. Are we together? Class, you can comment. You can comment. You can comment. I want to hear from you. Like I've said, we are together in the class. So, and we are treating this at the same time together. So it's not that I've gone through the data set at all. Okay, Adebayo said date should be int. Date should be int. Date cannot be an integer. When we were being taught data type, we were taught about integers, we were taught about floats and date time separately. So if date is int, that means you can. It means when you are writing 2/1/2024, it means 2 divided by 1 divided by 2024 if it's integer. So it shouldn't be an integer. Any other person I need, but thank you Adebayo for the suggestion. Thank you. I love that. Thank you. Any other person you can. What do you think? Other line should be objects. Other no, we are still looking at other dates now. Let's yeah, we still go to other line. You get, but that's other dates. Other dates. Should we have it? Is it good to have it in objects or just to look at? That's what I want us to look at. Are we together? You can check it better here. If that one is kind of messed up to us. So what we are going to do is this other dates. We need to change it. Where's the other dates? These other dates here. We need to change it to date time. We need to change it to date time. We need to change the date time the way I'm looking at it. We need to change it to date time. I'm coming, just a minute. Changing it to date time will help us when we are working on what we are trying to get insight from it. It's going to help us. That's the best thing we can do. Changing it. That. But before we do that, let's quickly do look at descriptive analysis of our data set. Let's quickly run descriptive analysis of our data set. Descriptive analysis of our data set. Let me comment and type. Descriptive analysis of the data set. Now, how can we do that? It's very simple.
Alright.
We've been taught in the last class df dot describe df dot describe. Then you put your open and close parentheses. You then run it. Yeah. And mind you, this can only work with column. So this is the count of. Okay, I think someone is there any error here? All right. So let me go back. So the count, like column, the minimum value in this column, the minimum value in this column, minimum value in this column. Now 25% of it, 50%, and 75% in this column, the maximum number in this column, the maximum number in this column. Is as simple as this. It's as simple as this.
Sir, we can't hear you.
You can hear me now, right?
Yes,
Okay,
sir,
now
we can't hear you.
Okay. I'm having minor network, minor problem. That's why. All right. So I tend to give room for questions before we like dive more into it again, so that it won't be like you can forget some one or two things you intend to say along the way. So we can just give room for like as many as possible. Then we continue again. Okay, we have Mike here raising his hand, and I have Favor raising his hand.
Good evening, sir.
Michael, we can't hear you.
I'm not talking. I'm waiting for him. I can't hear him. Oh, God.
I think his network has logged him out of the
Please,
room.
if you got the code where he was dropping down some columns, please do well to drop it in the comment section, please. Some of us are having errors. Thank you.
Yeah, can we hear me now? I'm very sorry, I lost my network, so I just connected back again. Sorry for that. No, network is just doing somehow these days. So on Michael, let me hear you again.
Yes. Good evening, sir. Um,
Okay.
I'll, yeah. The code that you used to run, the part that you dropped less important columns. I don't know. Mine is giving error.
Yes.
Yeah, mine is giving errors. I was actually wanting for you to scroll up a bit, so I'll see where I've missed it or something because it's giving me error.
Okay, okay. I will do that now. All right. Let me present my screen. Just give me a minute. Let me just a minute. Okay, you can see my screen now, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is it. Dropping unimportant columns. All right, so as we are doing that, let me attend to any other person. Who is raising his or her hand again? Okay, is it only Michael? We are good to go now, right? Michael, put your hands down, please.
Uh,
Okay, thank you. I think there's nobody again. Okay. If you have any question, you can just drop it to the group. You can even have any other person, member of the group, who can attend to you and give you the solution to it. That's so we are together to learn together. So we are all part of the class. All right. So we've okay. Michael, have you sorted it out now?
I'm on it.
Okay.
No, that
Okay.
let's see how you
Okay.
close the customer. This code.
Oh, Victor, I've asked people to raise their hand, and next time, please, so that we have a very ordered class. Just raise your hand, and I will give you permission to talk. No problem. So you can talk now, Victor. Let me
Okay,
hear you now.
code. I say, can you scroll to the end so that we see how you close the last part after the customer name? How
Okay.
you
Okay.
close?
Okay. All right. I will do that now. I will do that. This is it. This is it. You can see it now. So you shouldn't be having problem. It's very just calm down to do it. Just calm down. You know, you just put those names. If you are putting the right names there, like the column names, yes. No, we have them in capital letters. If you write your own in small letters, you'll be having error. So, like we've been told times without number that Python is case sensitive. So where you are meant to put small letter, if you put capital letter there, it won't work. So that's that about that. So I don't think we have any other question again. So we are good to go. We are good to go. So let's move further then. Let's move further then. Since no, so you can mute yourself, Victor. Mute your mic. You can mute your mic and um what's his name? Mike, mute your mic too. So thank you. So let's continue. I want us to continue. All right. So I was talking about changing the data type of other dates, or we are having it in form of object. So I was thinking we change it. That's what we're still deliberating on, that we should change it from objects. We should change it to um daytime. So let's quickly try that. So when we must have been through with that, we can now go into what we call EDA. like trying to explore our data, look at the things that we can gain, we can derive from this data. So I want us to be as fast as possible, even because even me, my system is kind of low, so just God help us in this country. So let me open a new code line. So we want to try to change this order. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm looking for the column again. Sorry. Order date. Yeah, order date. Okay, I think I've run a code that has to do with this. Has to do with this before. Okay, not this. Okay, just this. All right, so we are coming here now. So we start by our df, and we are picking order date. Order date is already suggesting it for us already. Lookup is very simple to make use of. So order date equal to pd dot to date df order date. So let me delete this last line because we just only want to change it. Just want to change it. So let me delete this. So df order date. Do I need to call it again? Then you can just call it just to confirm. They're not really needed. So df order date. At least we are calling this column order date. So we want to change it to date time. Before it was just kind of like string. That's why we have object there. So we want to change it to date time. Now let's run this. That's changed. Now it has changed to dates. But we don't really need, let me delete this. Don't need to call it. Don't need to call it. You just change it and leave it. Just change it and leave it. Let's just change it. Yeah. So we can come here to run this data types again. Then you will get to know that this order date will change from object to date time. You can see it now. Order dates here now. We are now having date time, no longer objects. All right, so that is that about that. So with this, we've been able to clean our data. And mind you, data cleaning most times depends on what you want to get from your data. You can be given the same data and myself given the same data, and we can clean the data in different way, having different results, because I'm going to clean all the data based on what I'm getting from it, and you're going to clean it in regard to what you are getting from the data sets. So we need to note that. We need to note that. So we want to look at various insights we can get from this data. What do I mean by insights? Like different KPI, the major thing we can derive from this data. We have ordered number. Okay, let me just go back to our columns here. I want us to study this together within 5 minutes. We study this together, then I want our reports, like our comments, our what we observe in our comment section. Look at this. Look at it. We have order date. We have status, quarter ID, number ID. Different thing that we have here. What are the things? What are the insights you think we can get from this data? What are the insights you think we can get from this data? Okay, because let me print a new DF, because we worked on our DF. It's not the same thing as it was before in the beginning. Let me just run a new DF. Just run a new DF. Yeah, these are DF now. Just run a new DF now. So what are the things you think we can the way you think we can group this data. Maybe you can decide to group city by sales, like the sum of sales that was generated from different cities, or sum of sales that were generated monthly, yearly, that kind of thing. These are the things I want you to reason along with. This product line, you have different products here. So, like, how do you think we can group them? Is it product line by sales, or different thing? Is it by country, by territory, deal size? What are the things you think we can achieve from this data set? Think about it within 2 minutes and comment. So that we can just work on them. Think about it and comment, then work on them. You have 2 minutes to do that. Because like I've said, I'm new to the data, same way you are new to the data. I'm expecting our comments. I'm expecting our comments on it. What are the things you think we can achieve from this data set? Even me looking at this data set, I still have some things, I think some columns you can still remove from it to my own, but I don't want us to remove much columns. Let's just leave it this way. But to me, we still, okay, thank you. Someone said, John, sales by country. Okay, sales by country, sales by highest selling product per year and quarter. Okay, thank you. Total revenue. Okay, thank you. What do we have again? Okay, we have total revenue. We have highest product per year, and we have okay, let's start by sales by country. Sales by country. Okay, let me go back to my, let me come back to this. All right, so let's open a new, let me open a new code line. Sales by country. We just do that three because of my battery power too. Okay, what am I doing here? Okay, sorry. Let me just take this down. Okay, so we are trying to do sales by country. So always try to note your data, comment on it. So that, because later when you want to go over it, you will know what you have done. So how can we do that? How can we do this? Okay, it's already suggesting for us. Look at Google Colab. Let's just click on enter. Sales by country, cost to DF by group by country and sales. Country and sales. So what we just do, let me just run this. Let me run this. Okay. To run this, we have to call this, we call this again. Let me just highlight like this variable, Control C, just paste it here again. No, not everything. Yeah. So let's just run this. Let's run this. Yeah. So and now we have sales by country as Australia, Belgium, Canada, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Norway, Philippines, Singapore, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, UK, USA. These are different. These are some of sales that was gotten from these different countries. If you don't want to be some, want to be average, mean, all you need to do is to change this SUM to mean. If you remember in the last class, all these things we were taught in the last class. Now we are making use of them. That is why it is very important you don't omit any of the classes, because these things, they are kind of they are connected. You can change this to mean. You can change this to mean. and we still run it, but it's not give us some of it now, it now be mean of it. But I think I would prefer that we should go for some of it. So most time, depending on what you're asked to work on. So we've done that now. We are meant to, like after this, there's still aspect of visualization, but that will be in the next class. Today we just want to bring those things out. So let me look at another thing we're asked to do. Somebody said Google Colab is a cheat code. Yeah, you are correct. It's a cheat code, like just like kind of enjoyment suggesting for you. So, so compared to you typing everything, but you have to be familiar with other like kind of normal Anaconda VS Code. So don't run to simple thing every time. Yeah, you get just like you driving manual car and automatic car. So yeah, someone said highest sales made by country in the first a second quarter. All right, so let's go to let me pick another question here. Okay, we have total revenue. Let's try total revenue. Let's total revenue. Then after that, we look at highest selling product, then total sales by quarter. So you can just try to just run through this because I'm looking at my system battery, just 20%. All right, so where are we starting from? Okay, total revenue. Total revenue is the next one. Oh, no, let me check. Am I correct? Am I picking the right thing? Okay, highest selling product by year and quarter. You're adding like 2, 3, 4 for us already. Okay, let's do it one after the other instead of joining everything together. It can work. It can work. So just know that. So okay. Let me comment. Highest selling what again? Sorry. Products. Products. Highest selling products. So how are we going to do that? Okay, highest selling product group by product line and sales some index marks. They're already suggesting this for us already. If you are grouping it by sales, it's already suggesting it for us. If you run this, we have the results like different sales for different products. Are we having only one product? Product line. Oh, let me go and check. Where's product line? Product line. No, we are
Product
doing
has different product, but that particular product is the product that made more sales.
wait, I'm not getting you. I can't get you again.
We are asking for the particular product that made more sales. That product is the particular product that made more sales. Product line has different product, but that particular product made more sales.
Okay, yeah, thank
Across
you.
all quarters and year.
All right, yeah, I'm getting you now. Some index marks. Oh, I didn't read it very well. I didn't read it. Yeah, thank you. I was expecting something like the list of all the products. That's what I was looking at. That's what I was expecting. Let's try the list of all the products. That's what I was actually thinking. I didn't read it very well in the first place. Yeah, this is what I was expecting. Doing something now. This was I was no, not highest again. Don't give me highest again. Selling. Okay, wait. They're trying to do products. Don't mind me. I'm using one hand to type. Products by sales. So this, yeah, this is what I was thinking the system is trying to do for us in the first place. But it's giving us another thing entirely, and this is what I was expecting. Yeah. Okay, okay. This car is having the highest. And sorry, Mr. Shedrack was telling us about descending order and ascending order. Was it on Monday? I think we need to put that in place too. Like this one now, country and sales, we just have them arranged based on this country, A, B, C, D. We can arrange them ascending order or descending order based on the value of sales. We can do that too. I just remember that now. All we need to do is just put sales by country, dot sort to arrange it for us. Okay, already it's showing it for us. So ascending order. Okay, let's put by. Try to know what's by sales. Okay, by sales. Let me just copy this. Let me just copy this. Let's run it now and check what we'll be having. Okay, we have error. Okay, I'm meant to have comma here. Telling me to put a comma here. Let me run it again. Okay, I'm still having error. Okay, I'm coming. Right, let's run it again. Okay, there's another error. Let me check where the error is coming from. Dot sort values by sales column. You have it quoted already. Ascending false, comma in place true. Why are we having error here? Trying to look at it. I'm trying to put it in descending order. That's what I'm trying to do here. Then let's check the kind of error. See the sort values got an expected keyword by. Okay. Let's check our explain error to explain the error to us. Is loading. Sort values sales by country. Okay. I want to believe we are together. Okay, ascending first in place true. So I'm not meant to put by sales there. Okay. Let's try this way and check the results. Okay, it's now working. It's now working in descending order now. It's now working in descending order. It's working in descending order now. Hope we are trying descending order from our own end too, and we are getting the same results. Are we still together? Are we still together? Just give me a reaction. Thank you. I want to confirm that. I need to confirm that. Okay. All right. We have total revenue. Let's try total revenue out. And that's the next thing we need. Let's start total revenue out. You may not be able to go through all this due to my system is now 15%. But let's just do one more, and from there we look at different questions that we have. So I have my boss in the house to help us to anyway we're having anything we can't handle again. Total revenue, total revenue, total revenue. So our total position that is 3,000. Okay, so which column are we using to get total revenue? Let's go and check first. Which column?
Hey, this man, don't do this. We don't do this. Well.
Somebody is saying something. Okay. I want to look for the which column are we making use of to look for get total revenue?
Sales column.
Okay, sales column. Thank you. Sales column. Sales column. All right. So let's just go back to it. Let's go back to it. Sales column. And so let's just can just name it total sales. Total sales. So that it won't confuse anybody, get note of like where's the revenue here. So it's better to have just total sales. So our total sales will just be equals to. So how are we going to run this code now? So how are we grouping it? Do you have any suggestion from us? How are we calculating the total sales? Any suggestion anywhere before we continue? I'm expecting us to, if you want to talk, you can let us hear from you, or you comment, any of the two.
DF DF sales dot sum DF square brackets sales inside dot sum
Okay,
and the
df
normal
sales
bracket.
column dot sum.
Yes.
Okay. Any other person? Any other person? Any other person? Or we all agree with her? We are not talking. Okay, we agree with her. Okay, okay, okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. That's good. That's good. That's good. So I like the way we are working together. That's the spirit. So let's go and try what she just told us. That total sales equals to DF, and here we have our sales. We have it quoted. Sales. It shows that. I want to cancel something. Sorry. All right. So df sales dot sum, like we are adding everything. And after that, we call it to come and to display the result for us. So I love the spirit from this class. You guys are always even ahead of the class all the time. So that's nice. That's nice. Let's check the results. So these are the results. So I know many of us suggested many other things we need to look at. So I want us to take note of this. Don't let this thing stop here. Before we have another class on Friday, try as much as possible to just look at any other possible insight you can get from it and do it. If you have any challenge, just come to the WhatsApp group, drop the challenge there. Anybody can just come to be of help. I know we have many things we can do here, but from my own side there, my system is just very low. So that is why I would just want us to just stop here and give in for questions. Then my boss will, handle others for us. So thank you very much. Thank you for the okay, Andy, thank you, Williams, everyone. So Williams, thank you. Adebayo, thank you. So let's give room for questions now. So we have questions or question. So let us hear you. So I'm not the only one to answer you. I have people in the house, so we attend to it together. So any question from anywhere? Nobody's raising hand. What happened? All right, that means we are good. We are good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. So
Please scroll up, please.
okay, okay. Like this, right? Is it okay like this?
No,
Fortune, are you
up,
okay?
up, up.
Or
No, up a bit.
just tell me when you want me to stop.
Okay, up.
Is it okay?
No, 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 up.
You will still have access to this video. So even
It's
though
okay.
we are not, okay, it's okay like this.
Yes,
Okay,
okay.
you are still having problem with this drop, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. No worries. It is just keep on trying. It's normal to have problem with. So in as much you don't have any question from anywhere. So let me come, Mr. Okay, Adebayo is raising his hand. Adebayo, let us hear you. Very fast, please.